What's up, guys? It's Rob Anderson with Dollar Moves. I'd like to welcome you to another video. So today I am on a walk again with my dog Eclipse. Eclipse, hey, Eclipse, look up here. Oh, there she goes. Now she's saying hi down there somewhere. Anyway, I wanted to let you know, good girl, I know you're a good dog, Anyway, I wanted to wish you all a happy Mother's Day. Today is Mother's Day and I am out with the dog taking a walk. Just wanted to hop on here and say hey to you guys. You know, today I was thinking about my mother. I don't know if you watched my video recently. I talked about how I had learned about Tony Robbins because I'm in this, I'm an affiliate for this awesome program that they're putting out called the Knowledge Business Blueprint. And you can find out more about it at dollarmoves.com/dream team, dollarmoves.com/dream team. But I was talking about how I first came across Tony Robbins because my mom had got cancer. She got leukemia, which really sucked. I came home one day and this, by the way, is going to be a little bit of a more deep video than I normally do. Like, it's just one of those things I don't normally talk about, but being as it's Mother's Day, just wanted to talk about it. It's got things I'm thinking about with Mother's Day. And well, first let me talk about how my mom was one of the best moms. Like, when we were growing up, Dad had it set up to where he worked at a job at first, you know, like when my memories first start happening, my dad was working a job. He was working at metal shops. He was a preacher. Preachers didn't get their bills paid that much from doing the preaching, so he had to work a full-time job on top of that. And but he did that, and he did it in a way where mom was able to stay home and take care of us kids. And so I got to really know my mom, right? I got to see her every day when I got home from school and all that. And she was the kind of mom who, when there was always like an open door policy at our house, the kids from the neighborhood would come in and out of the place, you know. It was really special. She would take care of a lot of the kids in the neighborhood. And again, we just all kind of congregated at our house. So the Anderson household was kind of a place where everyone could come and again, really just open door policy. But so after my mom got sick, she is really into self-knowledge as well. So she was very much into that and into learning and very much into education. And that's where I got my love for learning, I believe, was from my mom. So thank you so much, Mom. But so she would go back in those days. We had to go to the library. Come on, Clips. We had to go to the library to find information. And so we'd go there and she would look up how to deal with leukemia and how to basically find a cure or find some sort of help, anything. You know, you get into that place, I imagine, and all you can think about is how you can fix that, right? It's like they say, you know, a healthy person has a million dreams and a sick person has just one, you know, or wishes or whatever. So she would do that, and that's how I learned about met Tony Robbins and so many awesome self-help people out there. And but unfortunately, you know, again, like I had said previously, like she ended up passing away, and it really sucked. It was 1992, and I was a sophomore in high school, and man, it was super hard. I was the oldest of 3 kids, and it just crushed Dad. And I know I'm getting super deep on this today, but like, I was thinking about it earlier, and I kind of just come from the head whenever I make these videos. And I'm out walking around right now, like just doing this hike out in direct sunlight, by the way, so I will start melting soon. And I just had kind of an idea of what I wanted to talk about. Let's see, how many minutes are we? 4 minutes? Okay. And but one of the things, because I'm always trying to tie this into money with the Dollar Moves channel, and one of the things with Mom is that, well, she was the best mom. She was awesome. She was always there. I love my mom so much, and I miss her so much to this day. You know, she's one of my first reasons that I understood what money was, and it wasn't a positive experience. I think it was a lot like what a lot of people go through or think about with money. And one of my first experiences with money was Mom sitting at the table crying, and she had these stack of bills, and she couldn't do anything about it. This was a long time ago. This was like I was a little kid, and she was just crying because there wasn't enough money to pay all the bills. And I remember thinking when I was a kid, like, why are these people being mean to my mom? Like, why are these people making my mom cry? Like, I love my mom. And so it gave me a negative idea behind money and behind the people that had the money, and that my mom had to pay out all the money too. And, you know, and then fast forward, at some point, my dad, he was a very hard worker. He had really great work ethic, and people see that, you know, when you go above and beyond, those who have power or the ability to make opportunities for you, they tend to see those people that are shining stars, right? Who are really out there and doing the deal and making a difference. And so my dad came across a gentleman who, you know, my dad never ever thought about, well, he thought about it, I found out later, but he never really believed he could be an entrepreneur and have his own business. But this gentleman said, hey, what do you think about doing the job you're doing for your boss, but doing it for yourself? I'll pay you and you'll have your own business. So that's how my dad stumbled into business. And so that's also how I got to see, like, from being broke all the time to our family gaining more money. And luckily too, I was around all the rich people that had the motor coaches who were our customers, so the ultra rich people. And so it's very interesting, all the different money things that I've seen. But around the same time, so mom and dad, I was so surprised because dad seemed to be a risk taker to some degree. Mom, not so much. She was very much the numbers person, right? So dad did the work, and mom made sure the books and the taxes and all that stuff was good, and was awesome at it. But that was around the same time, once they started getting things going. And you know, when you start a business, in the beginning, it's a lot of out-of-pocket money. And so, well, especially back then, compared to now where you can start an internet business and it really doesn't cost you that much at all. This was like, you know, getting a shop, having employees, product, you know, the electricity, all the things that go along with starting a business that's not virtual or having an actual place. Come on, Eclipse. Can you see her? But so I was shocked when they did that, because I always remember dad and sitting around the table. That was another thing about money, where he would sit around the table, complain about his boss and about how he wasn't paid enough and how he was being taken advantage of and things like that. And so I was always like, why are they, you know, why are these people taking advantage of my parents? And so he decided to go ahead and make that business, you know. And it was awesome, because for the first time, dad was coming home with hope and just being excited and all that. And so probably a couple years into him starting his business, maybe it wasn't two, maybe it was a little bit less. That was when mom got sick. And so, sorry, it's really hot out here, actually. I didn't realize how hot it was going to be. But that was around the same time that mom got sick. And right around then was when business started picking up. And mom ended up, she went to Greece for a while to try and find like a cure. She ended up at a place called the City of Hope down in Southern California, where she was probably the last 2 years of her life. And as our finances and our family got better, we weren't feeling like there was always a scarcity thing. Like, you know, we were eating out every once in a while when we weren't really that much before. And dad got a new car. You know what I mean? Like, all these different things were happening that had never happened in my life up to that point. And it was cool. And there was hope at the dinner table talking about the business they were building and all that. And like I said, mom went to the hospital, and she lived there for like the last 2 years, basically, mostly. And we would cruise down there for a couple weeks at a time, come back home. It was crazy. But anyway, so my whole point in all that is that she did not get to enjoy the fruits of her labor, right? She never, ever in her life got to experience the abundance like that. the abundance of, and I don't know if I want to say power, but power is a good word for it, of owning your own business. You know, she didn't experience any of that. She just got the beginning parts of a business, which are the hardest parts. And then she got sick and then wasn't able to enjoy that. And I think, you know, that's kind of my whole point in this. It's like when people talk about the hustle mentality, or they're all about like working all the time, or I can rest when I'm dead. And I'm not that guy who's joining them in that cheerleading section, because, you know, as far as we know, we got one life. You got one mom, you know, you got one family, and it's like, you don't get these chances again, right? If you've got kids, you know, you're watching them grow at different ages. They're never going to be that same age again. Don't put money in front of that, you know, in front of different experiences, because you just never know. Like, I'm all about making as much money as you can and having an awesome life for yourself, because money made our family, you know, much more comfortable, able to do the Disneyland vacations and have nice clothes when we never had nice clothes. Not like we had bad clothes, but we had nice clothes, like, you know, name brand stuff for the first time ever. And we weren't buying the cheapo food, you know. It wasn't like Tostios, it was Cheerios, right? But, you know, so I love what money can do for your lifestyle. But I just say, you know, make sure, like, if you've got a mom, give her a call, spend some time with her. You know, if you are a mom, you got those kids, spend time with them. This whole thing where, and I hope that it's not you guys, but, you know, this whole thing where there's two parents going to work and they're giving each other a high five when one's coming home and the other one's leaving, and the kids are like just on their devices and don't know who mom and dad are. Man, if anyone needs to start their own business, it's you guys. Like, even if you can bring one person home until later. Like, I've just seen so many people that have been able to take away the job and be able to spend so much more time with their family. And yeah, just get out there, love the people that you're around. You know, it's a great deal. Leave a legacy. And you know, like I was telling in my story, I had a bunch of different money mentors that I didn't search out. I was just a little kid and I was seeing, like, okay, dad had a job, it sucked, and that's bad, and his boss is bad. Mom, you know, was sad about bills, and so the people that have the bills are bad. The rich people that I knew from our business, because I was still a kid, they had a much different outlook on everything, and money wasn't bad, and money was seen as a good thing that you could make and replicate and share with others. They were some of the most sharing people you'll ever meet. These people that I met, thousands of millionaires and multimillionaires and billionaires, I'm sure, because these are like $2 million buses. And so, but you'd be so surprised, because compared to what people say out there, like, oh, sorry about that, I forgot to put this on standby. But for all the people that are like, oh, everyone's Scrooge, all rich people are evil corporate greed, like, that's another one of the reasons why I want to make this YouTube channel, because it's like, money is not a bad thing. It just makes you more of who you are. But, you know, if you've got something inside of you and you're like, man, I just want to start doing something, I want to start leaving a legacy, I'd like to start a business, I know there's something inside of me that I can give out to the world, that I can put out there, and I can make a difference, or at least I freaking tried. You know what I mean? Like I tried to grow a tribe. I tried to make a better life for my family. If you've got that, you know that, and you feel that inside of you, and, you know, I think we kind of all do. Like, we all want better for our families. We all want better for this world. You know, want to leave this world in a better place. The sun is really starting to hit me now, because as you can see from this, it's directly down, directly above me. So we all want to leave this world a better place than we found it. And if that's the case for you and you feel that, you owe it to yourself to go and check out Dean and Tony's, if it's still up. Like, it's only going to be up until tomorrow night, Monday night. The link will still be live to somewhere, probably to catch emails for if they open it again in the future, which I'm sure they will, but it'll be a ways down the road. But if you're interested in scratching that itch of, you know, creating something that is yours 100%, that can help your family, that can make the world a better place, that can help other people, and just give you a more enriched life, check out what Tony Robbins, freaking awesome, and Dean Graziosi, I can't believe that I'm partnered with these guys, what they have available. It's ridiculously good. I could go on forever about that as well, but I'm not going to. Check it out. dollarmoves.com/dream team. That's dollarmoves.com/dream team. So, you know, again, I hope that all of the mothers out there, I hope you're having a great Mother's Day. I hope that it wasn't too much of a bummer story for you about my life. Like, I try not to talk about that stuff too much because people think that, but it's like, you know, I had a great mom, and she was awesome, and I'm so glad that, you know, we got to do so much stuff while she was here, because she was someone who could be at home with us, you know. And one last thing, I mean, you know, only the coolest of you are still even here after, like, I don't know, 15 minutes or whatever it's been. But Clips, hey, let's go. Clips, my silly dog, he's here. But I want to tell you one more story. I'll try and make it short. I went to Brendan Burchard, who's another guy you should follow if you aren't already. But I went to his growth event. Him and Dean Graziosi have this event that they put together. And it's just basically about getting you amped to, like, make your life better. Oh, I'm totally in the shadows. I'll walk backwards for you guys. But anyway, I'm going to stop walking because I'll fall. So I was at his event, and I've been to a ton of Brendan's stuff. And Brendan is such a cool guy. He is so down to earth. He's so sincere, and he really wants to help his people. He's helped thousands, I'm sure hundreds of thousands of people. He's a huge, like, I think Success Magazine called him number one motivational speaker a couple years back. He's just an awesome dude. And I was at the first growth event, and his mom was there, and he did a special, like, he called her up there. His mom's a part of their events. So, like, when you own a business, you know, your employees can be your family if you want. And what's cool is a lot of the knowledge people, they do have their families as part of their businesses. So it's freaking awesome. But so his mom is there, and she's there a lot, helping out with everything and getting things going. And he called her up to the stage and was just thanking her from the bottom of his heart, and tears almost, I don't know if he ended up actually tearing up. It looked like it. I was a little too far away to see if it was, like, coming down his face, but it sure looked like it. Just the emotion of gratitude that he had for his mother, and that she could be there, and that he could help her with, you know, her lifestyle and all that, because his dad passed away. And so, you know, he gets to have his mom at these things. Well, at the end of the growth event, I saw his mom walking away. And I said, excuse me, do you have just a couple of minutes here? And she was like, oh, sure. And I was like, you know, I saw you go up on stage today. And I was like, you know, I just want to say how awesome that I think it is that, you know, you and Brendan get to work together, that you guys get to be around each other all the time through the business. I was like, it's so cool. And I shared my story a little bit about how my mom passed away and how I would give anything to be able to have her back in my life, to have her be around me, and to be able to see my success and be around me, and to have her share in that. And she was like, oh, she called me Anderson because she asked what my name was, and I said Rob Anderson. She said, oh, Anderson, it'll be okay, things will get better. And I was like, oh, that's why I hate telling this story, because it's not about, oh, woe is me. I was literally like, man, what a great deal. 1 second, Eclipse, we're going to get going. What a great deal that you guys get to work together and that you guys get to see each other every day, and he gets to have that admiration. So anyway, with that, I hope you have a great Mother's Day. For all you who are mothers, happy Mother's Day. For all of you who have mothers, make sure and say something to them. Go and see them. Give them a hug. Give them a kiss, because we only got one. You know what I mean? And so, hey, from Eclipse and I, you want to say goodbye, Eclipse? Eclipse, come here. Come here. I don't know if you can see that. From Eclipse and I, we say happy Mother's Day, and have an awesome day, guys. Take care.